I like having fun. I like to laugh.
That's it.
I like to meet people.
I can look it up.
who can make
Hey, everybody.
me laugh. I like having fun.
You
Yes,
get
I
what you
like
pay for,
to laugh.
folks.
I like
You get
having
what you
fun.
pay for. It's Office Hours Live with your host, Mr. Tim Heidecker. Here he is, the one and only. I'm still wearing my hat. Not on. I'm having so much fun this morning that we forgot some key fundamentals, guys. We have to remember the fundamentals, or we fail every time. Kurt. Good morning, everybody. The date is July 29th. As we get closer and closer to the month of August, the summer nights are getting shorter.
Weather's
Fall
hot.
approaches.
Is it still hot out there?
And Christmas is around the corner, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of people are excited for Christmas.
Around the corner?
Around the corner, buddy. Where do you think it is? All right. Sorry, right before we were about to go live. I'm talking as the countdown was coming. I go to look at the show doc because I like to get ahead of the game a little bit. And I say, I look at the city of the day, and it's blank. What kind of show is this? Folks are out there paying $5 a month for a quality show.
I came up with a new code,
You came up with
and
a
I
new
told
code.
you guys what they were, and that's someone else's job.
Well, listen, I don't want to start static this early in the day, but you said you were going to make a Google Doc. And
Yeah, but I
Google
gave you
Doc.
the first one at least. You got the ball rolling.
Google Doc.
Yeah, and Matt, you did say start a Google Doc, and then we'll have somebody fill in the rest.
And I didn't
And
receive
then
the Google Doc.
the ball was dropped
Yeah.
at that point.
I started a Bing doc.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Now I got to find the weather.
Oof.
This is a real hassle. I'll see you guys in
Well,
an
you
hour.
got time. Tim
That's-
usually
it's
gets
gonna
to
be
the
all
city a
right.
day later and
Right, yeah.
later.
I might not even get to it now out of spite.
No, you got to get to this.
Leave
this
it
one.
out today.
On a build
Of
up.
course, this has been a month to remember for the Office Hours community. We've had tremendous shows. Lizzie Cooperman and Steve Conrad last week, Tom Sharpling, 80 Miles, Fred Armisen. We continue the month of July as the month of Office Hours with the great Kurt Vile in studio.
Hi.
Hello, buddy.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. Playing that. Recognize that tune?
Yeah, the Action News.
Yeah. Jim Gardner. Gary Papa.
Takes me back. The nightmare of my youth. It's worse now, though.
It's worse now. That's not good.
I
How about a
mean-
better attitude, Kurt?
Cut the tape.
My bad.
Okay.
We all can grow and we all can learn.
Of course, Kurt Vile is here in Los Angeles making a new record,
Yep.
which everybody wants and a lot of people need.
Yeah, well, they can buy it. They'll be able to buy it.
When do you think it's going to come out? Next year?
It's actually, I'm gonna say next year.
Yeah.
Yep.
records
Definitely next year.
Why do these? There's so much progress that happens. You know, you have people like Jeff Bezos going to the moon. Bezos going to the moon, setting up shop up there, setting up a sweatshop up there.
He went to the moon?
He went to the moon, set up a sweatshop, set up a sweatshop up there. But when it comes to putting out music, suddenly we've taken 5 steps back because now things take all year. It takes years to put out a record.
We're out of natural resources, vinyl records. We're out of natural vinyl.
Natural vinyl.
Yeah. There was a big fire, all this other stuff.
What is? I mean, vinyl's a purely chemical. It's a chemical process to make vinyl, Doug. Correct?
What do they take? Oil. It's made from oil,
Ugh.
petroleum product.
Vitamins and minerals.
That's a good question, Tim. You threw that at me like I know, and I have no idea.
You have no clue. But there just isn't the demand for it like there used to be. So there aren't the factories making the records. So it's taking a while.
They need to open some more factories. But I think it's literally there was one major factory
Yeah, the
that
place
burnt
in
down.
Nashville or something.
I don't know. Remember? I don't even know where. I can't find it now because it's gone. It's burnt down. But and then something about the actual supplies, the actual vinyl. But,
All right. Back in the 70s, you had Elton John putting out 4 records a year.
yeah. Well, no, we can at least put it out on Spotify. And
Oh, yeah.
Ever
You gonna
hear
do
of it?
CDs?
Huh? Yeah, I like CDs.
Really? You got a CD player?
I got a Discman.
You think 8 tracks will come back?
No.
Yeah.
Because tapes are cool now. Maybe like 8 tracks would
But,
be like
I mean,
this collectible
But
thing.
CDs sound the best. I mean, don't you think? I
I-
mean,
When I'm on the road, I get
Yeah.
I get
CDs
CDs
sound the best.
they do.
with a
CDs.
Discman.
Treats.
Cause like you got that pure sound straight to the dome.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you like a tape, like a magnetic analog sound better than a CD?
Yeah, but I'm just saying the CD is the only thing you'll get that you actually hear the actual master. Like it's the
Right,
same
it's-
every time until it scratches or
It's
something.
lossless.
It's what the artist hears.
But yeah, I
It's
mean,
not
you
like
get a
affected
nice
by the
player. You
needle.
could sit around and listen to it, vinyl. But I have a Walkman. I have a cassette player. I like cassettes too. They do sound better.
You have a Zune?
I don't have a Zoom,
Oh.
but I just got an iPod just to fill up all these tracks of mine to scan. I used to like burn CD.
Yeah.
It takes too long.
All right, very cool.
Yeah, I know.
You got
We're
to be FLAC.
updated.
Is
We're
FLAC or Wave?
All right, Vic. Thank you. When I say
I like to talk about FLAC.
Vic never hears as I'm attempting to move the show along. Picks up on that. As I go, as you hear me rounding things
I
down,
know.
Vic comes in with flack.
The problem is
The FLAC attack.
The last boring thing is that phones. When you listen to the phone, you're like, next thing you know, you see your emails and your texts. And
Right,
and
you
just-
Right,
just
very
give
good,
yourself
yeah.
over
It
to the
just
music.
sucks.
Can't check out.
I was playing some of my new record to my friend who's staying at my house right now, and I don't know if you have this problem, where when you're playing people stuff, they tend to talk over it as they're asking you questions about it.
It depends on the personality.
Yes, it sure does. But he was asking, and he was like, "Oh, this is great. Who's playing that? And what is that? Is
I
that
know.
and
Who's staying here, Rick
It
Rubin?
makes me mad.
Like, make notes if you like. You can't hear what I'm doing if you're talking.
But you know what it is though. They don't want you to think they're bored. So
I don't
they're-
think that. I don't
they're
care.
Trying to actively
Tim,
listen.
I know what you're
and-
saying. I hate that so
Yeah.
much. Where you're showing them, like, I wouldn't play music for someone, but I wouldn't make them. I wouldn't force that upon anyone. But I would maybe show someone a video, and then they're just talking about it. I'm like, just pay attention. It's 2 minutes long.
Right.
Yeah. Surrender yourself.
Who's
to the
staying
music.
here, Tim? Rick Rubin?
Chaka Khan.
Yeah, Shaka Khan is staying here. Kurt's staying here. I'm telling a story about him. I'm trying to be.
You're like my friend who's staying
Yeah.
here, but it's him.
I was like, this sounds familiar.
Let's take a zoomer real quick to welcome the wonderful community we have.
Madeline Babuco. We haven't talked to you in a long time.
Who?
Madeline Babuca.
Madeline Babuka.
Hey.
Hello, Madeline.
She
How
has,
are
some,
you?
she has some bad news to start us off.
Oh, great. I don't see anybody on my screen, by the way.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Barely through all the.
Okay.
I don't know what happened. All my drops played at once.
Yeah, I have COVID and I'm vaccinated.
Oh.
So, yeah.
This is coming up as a thing.
Yeah.
I have a neighbor
Yeah.
who tested, thank you for the video. I had a neighbor who tested positive and is sick. Are you sick?
I don't feel great, but I definitely think the vaccine is helping me not feel like awful.
This is what people are saying. They go, listen, from the beginning, and I'm no doctor, but you have these rats, these slugs, these worms, like Charlie Kirk and Jack Probiotic and all the rest. Oh, Tucker Carlson, well, see, it's not working. It should be illegal to get the vaccine, whatever. But apparently they say, like, yes, there are going to be people that get it, but it's going to be much more, it'll be much easier to handle, and it's not 100% guarantee you're not going to get it, but I'm sorry that you're going through that.
Always the vaccine.
Yeah, and I had a bunch of plans this week, which
Big
now
plans.
seems like so stupid. I'm glad I got tested, so.
Well, you
are
got
you?
out. Are you,
party, so
are you-
thank God I didn't do that.
are you glad you got out of those plans? This is a nice excuse to get out of these social occasions.
No, these are actually rare plans that I did want to do. So.
Oh.
Where are you? How can we should contact trace this situation. Where are you?
I'm in LA. I'm right down the road.
All right, shut it all down, folks. Get Kurt out of here.
Can you
Get him
describe
out
your
of here.
symptoms? Like, how bad is it?
I would say scale 1 to 10, like a 3. I feel like
Oh, so
I'm
fuck off.
tired.
You didn't lose your, did you lose your taste and smell?
Yeah, but that's the worst thing is like I can't taste anything. And yeah, I mean,
I could
it
live with
doesn't
that.
feel great. I don't feel great. I've been
Then
like
maybe I wouldn't
sleeping
eat
a
so
lot,
much.
but
I want to get
I'm
COVID, so
young,
I
I'm
don't
not
eat
gonna
so much.
die.
I'm always eating chocolate-covered almonds because they taste
It
good.
does help.
I'm always having some cookies.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going
I'm
to
a
eat
cookie
gross
head.
gross
does
stuff
help.
now just because you can? Because it's like now
I'm gonna try. I don't like olives, so I was talking about trying olives maybe, just so I can say I've eaten
I can
them
eat not like
recently.
olives.
I don't like olives either. I'm with you on that.
Yeah, it's too much.
Keep them off.
It's
Too
a
much
shame.
taste.
Cool.
Keep them off
Missing
the
out.
sandwich. Keep them off the pizza.
All right. You like olives, Kurt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The olive head.
Well, let's get to the city of the day. We're sending you our best wishes. We're sending you
Hi,
quick
okay, let me-
recovery. What?
I accidentally unmuted.
She was about to say, "Let me,"
Oh, yeah.
and then Matt shut her
Matt
off.
and Vic Vic and Doug they're so defensive of
Love
the
you
Zoomers
guys.
when they get cut off, and I think that's a good quality in a person.
We got to be
We
team
love you too,
Zoomer.
man.
Right.
We're team Zoomer back here.
Right.
City of the
Out.
day. You ready?
I just had a breaking news situation. Our old friends Corey and Brendan O'Hare and Corey Snierowski. Am I saying that right, Vic?
Snierowski.
Yeah, so that's essentially what I said. The creators and stars of This Is Branchburg have launched a new video. It's on their it's on
Wow.
Brendan and Corey's website or YouTube, Brendan and Corey, and it's called "I Suppose I'm an Inconvenience." And it looks right away. I just see the screen cap of that. I'm in for that, right? Vic?
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. So
That's a
check
beaut.
their video out now. Already have 776 views. Just launched this morning. That's a lot of
Beautiful.
folks.
Holy.
You could fill up the Trocadero pretty quick, right?
Yep.
What do you think the capacity of the Troc is?
Good question.
9?
Is it 9? 8, 9, 10,000? See,
They're
that was a-
done though, right? They're shuttered.
I don't know, man. I saw Bob Dylan there actually in
At the Troc?
2004 or 5. It was awesome.
He played at the
Well, you
Trocadero?
know, what they call that an underplay, I guess.
Right.
It was amazing. But I even saw Beck during the Odelay tour
Mhm.
there.
Wow.
I think I saw that.
He was fucking good back.
You ever see I saw the John Spencer Blues Explosion there.
Oh, I love that.
And I probably saw Ween, and I saw Pavement,
Ooh.
and Disco Biscuits.
Oh snap!
I saw Bush.
You sure that wasn't at Camp Bisco?
I saw that first Bush tour.
Yeah.
Holy shit, man. What about the Dirty Three? Remember the Dirty Three?
Oh yeah, Mick Turner is my buddy.
Really?
The guitarist, and Jim White, the drummer. is
Yeah.
My buddy. The Dirty Two. In fact,
You don't know the cool guy, the violinist.
I met him once. Warren.
Warren
he's
Ellis.
scary. He's intimidating. You know,
He
him
seems
and
like
Nick.
he's intimidating, but probably
But he's
is a nice guy.
I met him once. It was nice. I opened for Nick Cave a long time ago in Philly, and I just wanted to say hi to him. So, but I was like, "Hey, I'm Kurt." And after the set, they would like the whole thing, like security holds you back, even though you opened up. Like give him some space when they get off stage. And then finally, I was like, "Warren, I'm Kurt. I opened for you." And he's like, "Warren." He shook my hand and then just kept walking. But he was in a nice way.
I'm Warren, yeah?
Yeah.
I'll go do some boomerang.
But the other two guys, they play with me on my record with Courtney Barnett.
Oh, cool.
The Dirty Two.
They're session guys. I
Yep.
saw them in remember that place in Philly that was like a sort of more of like a jazz club? Can't remember what it was called. In
Northern Liberties.
Old City or whatever. Something 5. The Take 5.
Oh, the 5 spot.
5 spot.
Hmm.
Saw them there and it was raucous.
Raucous.
Ooh, check out the Dirty Three gang.
Break the raucous.
Yeah, jazz. There you go. All right, City of the Day.
The city of the day.
You're gonna like this one, Kurt.
Tight.
City of the Day is brought to you by.
Ain't much more to say.
Brought to you by.
Very loud.
All right, bring
City
it
of the
down.
Day is brought to you by Johnny Cash. Are you sick of paying for back alley pills and booze with government cash? Do you think cryptocurrency is a big pile of bullshit? If you answered yes to any of these questions, Johnny Cash is for you. Johnny Cash is real currency made from thick black leather. It will never rip, and each bill is branded with our logo, so you know it's genuine. Johnny Cash is perfect for buying guitars, whiskey, guns, motorcycles, restraining devices, cargo vans, cigarettes, hunting knives, cyanide, ropes, virtually anything a man could need. Johnny Cash is not available on the internet or phone. If you purchase Johnny Cash, bring a valuable item to the loading dock behind Rite Aid on the corner of Wildcat and Birch after they close. First 3 customers get a free extra large sock to hide your Johnny Cash in. So join the tens of men in Iowa and Missouri who enjoy the Johnny Cash lifestyle and get some Johnny Cash today. You ever see that movie? Speaking of Johnny Cash, there's some movie out there that we bought in Nashville at like at that Earl Tubbs?
Yeah, Ernest
Tubbs.
We dipping.
That, you know, that record store?
Yeah.
They sell some movies there too, and there's a Johnny Cash movie.
What
that
is
he was
it?
in. It's called like not the Gambler, but it's like a gambling. It's like a card movie. where he's like
Oh, and it's not a religious movie?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But what was funny about it was we realized, like, this was in the 80s, I think, and we realized is every scene Johnny Cash is either sitting down or lying down or in like in a hot tub. Like each scene, it gets more and more like, how much more comfortable can we get Johnny to be in this scene?
I had to do it.
It's like the Adam Sandler move. Can I wear sweatpants in this scene? Well, yes. The city of the day happens to be North Salt Lake, Utah. Okay, not Salt Lake City, North Salt Lake, Utah. Weather there is hot, high 92, low 74. So
That's real hot.
yeah. I do want to say, with a huge sigh of relief, that it was a incredibly stressful past 24 hours.
Have you ever seen rain?
Wow, that's awesome.
As I waited to find out if Bob Odenkirk was fucking alive or not.
And
He is alive and in stable condition, and let's hear it for that. This is a big.
oh,
Actually, I'm gonna bring Phil Braun in on this. Phil, are you there? I didn't talk to you about this. But... Hi, Phil. Yes. So two nights ago now, I get a text from my friend at 7:00 at night. It says, "Did you see this?" And it's a link to this article that Bob Odenkirk has collapsed on set and has been rushed to the hospital. That was at 7:00 on Tuesday night. Mm-hmm. And everybody started, the internet starts like start peeking up and popping and chiming in. And I'm texting a few people I know. I text Bob. I'm like, "Hey man, are you okay?" And nothing. And then more people are texting me, and I'm just like, I haven't heard anything. I can't get any. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. And I'm not gonna like bother his wife or anything, but I'm sort of like waiting to hear some news. Like, is he okay? And certainly you'd hear some news if he was okay fairly soon, if he was okay, right? And so it's 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night. What's going on? And I can't sleep. I'm like, oh God, I can't. I don't know what I would do if there's something like something terrible would happen, because I'm just this guy, as people may know, he's like he's the guy that we sent a tape to 15 years ago or more, and called us up and was like, "I like you guys. You guys are funny. Let's come out. Let's talk." And basically is my mentor, godfather, whatever you want to call it, guy that is really my hero and has become a good friend and everything. So I go to bed, can't sleep, and I'm waking up every hour. I'm looking at my phone thinking, surely somebody's going to say something. Nothing. Wake up the next morning, nothing. And now people are really getting worried, right? Everybody's going, this isn't good, man. Like, somebody should have said something by now. There should have been a statement or a rumor. I should have gotten a text from a friend, And it goes and goes and goes all day. I'm waiting to find out. And I'm walking around the house, just like, I start feeling sick, you know, and then around 3 o'clock, I get a couple messages like, hey, I just heard from his brother, and he had a heart attack or whatever. He's going to be okay. And we started getting those messages, and it was a huge, thank you. Huge relief. And it was such a torturous experience, you know? And it was so different than, you know, I think something that happens that's very sudden. You don't sit with this like ambivalent, not sure what's going on feeling for so long. Phil, are you there?
And he's in like top shape
I'm here.
too. Is listen that?
That's the other.
in
I mean,
that
listen,
action movie.
he's you know, anybody that goes through an experience like that, Phil, you
Tippy-top
can say
shape.
it's not like we shouldn't be celebrating. This is a very serious thing that happened to this guy, and he's going to probably need a lot of time to recover, and it's not going to be fun. But the
Right. Well,
alternative
I mean,
of some kind of where he passes away or he's in a coma or that was what was going through my head. But Phil, you had a stroke a couple years ago.
That's right.
Not a stroke of
And
genius either.
Yeah, that's right. Always have those, many of those. But it was just funny to me that we gave him like 24 hours to respond. Like, you know, he had a major event, and I, you know, I don't know. Heart attack, strokes are different, but I'm wondering. I think the common practice now is for people who've had some sort of cardiac event is to put them on ice, and they may have had to put them on ice for 24 hours. Just to, you know, keep any inflammation from cropping up or whatever side effects happen when your heart stops like that. Because when the heart stops, the blood stops, and then your brain starts to die off. So you got to stave that off. And then,
Did he take
you know,
an ice
for
bath?
me, he probably did. In a sense, they wrap him in. They did that to the kid who played for Florida, who collapsed on the court in the middle of a game. And people thought he was dead. And you know, 2 days later, he was completely fine. They just wrapped him up in a big tub of ice, more or less, dropped his core temperature way down, and then he just sprung back up. So I don't know if that was what happened too.
I just wonder, like, there must have been, like, during those 24 hours, there must have, I don't know, like, there must have been an awareness of all the concern out there from all the people.
Right. But he's got, this has happened to me. I mean, there were probably 15 doctors who were coming in and out who had different specialties, checking different systems out. And that was probably just a nonstop emergency thing where I'm sure his family had more priorities than hopping on Twitter and tweeting out how Bob is, you know.
I guess. And they didn't want to say something that they weren't confident in. Right?
They didn't know. Right. And if he was placed in a self-induced coma, so to speak, then they're not going to know until they take the ice off of him. If that happened, I don't know if that happened or not, but
now you're speculating, Phil, and I think that's irresponsible.
Yeah, well, that's speculation is my thing. So,
well, it was. I understand that, but it was very, very annoying to not know what the hell was going on with my friend.
Bang, bang.
I'm going to hold it
is
against
annoying
them.
not to know.
But it was,
Right,
you know, when these
should.
events happen, it's always nice. You talk to people that you don't talk to all the time. You know, connect with other people and are like, oh, you know, it's a good check-in. But also, like, Bob, like Doug just said, Bob's very healthy and very fit. And he got into all kinds of good shape for that movie. You said that?
I was me. That was my yeah.
Please.
But I agree.
Let's correct the record.
I mean, I saw him kick some ass in that movie.
Yeah.
Nobody.
So
But it's not like me. It's not like me having a stroke and I have like 25 people to tell, where he probably has like 300 or 400 people that are a little more concerned than someone like myself.
Phil, there was an outpouring of love for you when that happened.
Absolutely.
Even Robert Davi chimed in and wished you well.
That is correct.
Remember that?
There's a hidden Robert Davi video that nobody had seen before, where he expressed my concern privately, which was
he
pretty
expressed
nice of
your
him to do.
concern.
Shabbat shalom.
Yeah. My concern for him, and his mutual concern for me.
Phil, where are you? It seems like a building in progress behind you.
Are you stripping? Are you adding bricks or taking bricks away?
Brick up.
Are you at an
No,
Olive
I'm-
Garden? I think you're at an Olive Garden.
Well, It's funny you say that. I'm at a new restaurant. I'm working as a waiter now, and that's where I'm at now. And I am. If you guys ever been to a restaurant
Yeah.
and the waiter comes up to take your order, but he doesn't write anything down of what you tell him?
Yeah.
Hate it.
Oh, well, see, that's what I am doing.
Hello, food fans.
You're
right,
not
let's-
writing
let's-
it down?
Let's test this.
Or
Let's
you
test
are, you
this.
are writing it down.
Let's test this. We just have a
No,
seat.
I'm saying I'm the type of waiter. I don't need to write anybody's order down. I think it impresses patrons when an order does not have to write things down.
Phil,
Gives
can
them
we
kind of a sense that
can we test you? Can we do a quick test with you?
yeah, sure, we can have a run through and
Okay, what's the
say
restaurant?
hi.
What kind of food is it? We'll just kind of assume we know what's.
Well, the name is Horse Crackers, and it's going to be kind of a mixture of different things. There's going to be American fare.
Okay,
There's
so
going to be
so guys,
Italian.
come up with your order for like an American restaurant. I'll start, and then we'll go around to everybody. So we have a table for 5, and I will start with the.
How about a table of 4?
We have 5 guys here though.
What would you do? Pull up a chair?
Wait,
Pull up another
1,
table?
2, 3, 4,
Well,
5.
let's just go ahead and say Matt's having water and salad.
Wait a
No, we're
minute,
not.
wait
We're going to do a
minute.
straight order here, okay?
I don't think the waiter dictates the
Yeah.
party at the
5
table.
top. I'm going to start with a Caesar salad and a
Okay.
Diet Coke and the chicken club. The chicken club with no fries.
Say that one more time.
You repeat it back to the customer, I believe, is how it works. But
Yeah, Caesar salad, Diet Coke, and a chicken club. Doug, what are you having?
Okay.
I'll have the. I guess I'll get the veggie burger. That's the only vegan thing on the menu, and side salad.
We don't have any vegan
It
meals.
says it
unless
on
you
the,
want a
just
salad.
go with it, Phil.
Oh,
There's,
you
it
know
says
what?
it on the menu. There's a veggie
That's
burger.
You'll have to find one somewhere back there.
Okay.
All right, I'll have turkey Reuben with a side of pierogies and an order of scrapple to go.
To go.
Scrapple to go.
Vic, you should stay with us. We're gonna have a nice lunch. I'll have a grilled cheese with tomato, Diet Coke, and a side of onion rings.
Okay.
I'll have popcorn, shrimp, and 2 McGriddles.
All right. Should I go back to the kitchen and place the order then?
Yeah, do you want to run that order by us, or
Didn't you want to get us started with some drinks?
That's
All right, well played. Well played.
that's the last we ever see of him. Bye bye, Phil.
Got
What a great.
chicken salad, Diet Coke. Got a popcorn shrimp with. They got a Reuben sandwich with pierogies.
Forgot your McGriddles.
The guy wants a vegan meal, so just make a hamburger. We'll tell him it's vegan.
All right. Let's move on. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Did I get it? Did I get it right?
You missed Kurt's McGriddles, I think.
No, I think I got the.
All right, guys, can you tell the?
How does he hear us? What? Oh, he's on a. I see.
Does he
He's
have
on
a?
Bluetooth.
Oh, Bluetooth. All right, Phil. Thanks.
Thank you, Phil.
Well, stop by sometime, guys.
All right. What's the restaurant called? Horse Crackers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, can we get some horse crackers for the table?
Yeah, we do have an app. Crackers. It's not horse meat, of course, but
No.
it's a little whimsical play on the name.
Right.
of the
So are they
restaurant.
horse shaped or what are they?
They're just cube shaped, like you would a horse. So you cut up horse meat, it's going to be like in a cube.
It's a
It's gonna be
cube
like
shaped
that.
cracker.
Of course.
I'm in.
No, the meat is cube
I would
shaped.
love to try. We would love an order of those. for the
You got
table.
it, bud. I'll
Thanks,
get
man.
back to the kitchen.
Phil,
Thanks.
have a good one. We're happy you're around. We're happy you're alive and well.
Me too. And we're glad Bob's around.
Of course. You know, and the other annoying thing about this, what was this? This is why we have to shut Twitter down, I think. So the real confirmation that Bob was out of the woods was a tweet from his son Nate, who is an adult. He's in his 20s, I think. He's a very funny young man who's got a Twitter account, and he's been writing a lot, and I think he wants to follow his dad's, I don't know, his dad's comedy path. But he just tweeted, and it was very popular. Everyone was very happy. Can't find somebody that doesn't want to see Bob do okay, right? He's just loved by all. He's doing okay, is what Nate says. And I wrote under that, thank fucking God. Love you, Nate. Now, some prick. I write, thank fucking God. Undercase, and this was just in the moment. Bing! I want to send Nate my love. What great news, right? Mm-hmm. Some guy at Mill FRE says, don't use God's name like that, please. Also, it's God with a capital G.
Oh.
Shame on you. But what's even worse than that is then that turns into a whole side chat.
It always does.
Oh my God. And then someone writes back, someone hasn't realized the bearded man in the sky doesn't exist. Fuck off to you, too.
Shaking my head.
SMH.
Yeah. Meh.
So dumb.
And then it turns into this huge argument.
About whether God exists?
Yeah.
On this dumb...
Underneath poor Nate's
That's why Twitter
comment.
is just the pits.
It is nobody can just shut the fuck
And
up.
Instagram.
I mean, I got mad because
got
that
it
Jack Probiotic sent this tweet that was like in the middle of when we didn't know what was going on with Bob, right? In the middle of that, we get this tweet from Jack Probiotic, which
Does
says,
God have a
how do you say his real name, just so people know who I'm talking about?
Posobiec, P-O-S-O-B-I-E-C.
Fucking rat scum.
The worst of the worst.
The worst of the worst.
Like
He says,
like legitimately evil person.
90% of Twitter blue checks wouldn't be able to last through a single episode of Mr. Show with Bob Odenkirk, back when comedy was allowed to be funny.
What? At least he likes Mr. Show.
Vic, can we get a little bit of Probiotics music?
Yeah, ready?
Do you like David Bowie?
Yeah.
Cool. You'll like this then. This cunt playing fucking David Bowie's music.
Do you want to hear Changes?
Yeah.
Or this is Space Oddity.
The guitar is really close.
Yeah.
Like the sound of it. Like I wonder how he recorded it.
He's actually in the woods on his phone, like videoing it.
Oh, that's what. See.
So he has perfect pitch, I guess.
Yeah.
That rat. So many times a day I think about doing terrible things to these people.
Wow.
You know? Him and Charlie Kirk. I mean, it should be legal to break a guitar over his head. Like a prop, like one that's designed to split.
Yeah.
I don't know. Peace and love, everybody. Peace and love. But I hate giving him attention, but I do. It's a trap. We keep getting trapped.
What is he? What is that guy?
He's
He's
a nudnik.
He's a
Is he like
evil, like white nationalist, white
Oh,
supremacist.
Yeah,
okay.
but what is he?
He's
I
from
didn't-
OAN.
Is he just
I
is
actually
he
didn't
on
catch that part.
a network,
Yeah.
or
I
is
didn't
he
catch-
He's
like
a-
a pundit or what?
Yeah, he was on OAN and Trump's favorite network,
Uh-huh.
and he apparently got fired from that. But he's done terrible things. Like this guy.
Irreparable
Just look him up
damage.
on the SBLC.
And does he? Obviously, he's falling in line under the vaccines. Or
Yeah, and that's the other thing he blamed, like people in the comments, and he suggests that Bob
You were fired.
this happened because of the vaccine, because he was vaccinated. So nice guys.
good people.
Clapton. Like Clapton.
Yeah.
Let's please, Clapton. What, are you a fan of Clapton's guitar playing?
I only like Malted Milk.
What's that?
No, just kidding. I only like that really bad Unplugged album.
I like somebody on Twitter last week was saying they were like, it's too bad he's become an anti-vaxxer because I'm such a fan. I love Cream, and his Unplugged album was fire.
Fire.
Come on, nobody wants that.
It's like quintessential '90s, like when like people wore the worst khaki pants.
Cafe rock.
Or like if Seinfeld, you watch Seinfeld. We
I've
rewatched
seen
some
Seinfeld.
Seinfeld. Yeah, I know. We rewatched it though, and the outfits in like the early '90s are the worst.
know.
Yeah, those jeans that he wears, those high-waisted
And
jeans.
this big print, like, like polo shirts is like yellow and
He-
green.
These giant, ridiculous colored sweaters.
You know how Clapton got his slow hand nickname in the Yardbirds days?
This better be a Neil Hamburger joke.
No, I know. I don't do jokes, but it was he actually like would have such thin strings on his guitar that he would bend it and like break it, and then like multiple times during a set, he'd have to stop. They'd stop the show, and the crowd would do this while he's changing the string in the middle of the show. So like it's stupid.
I heard a funny, annoying Clapton thing where he did a Cream reunion, 10 years ago or something like that. I think they only did it once or something. They did it at Madison Square Garden. They did a Cream reunion with all three guys, but Clapton refused to not play his fucking Strat, the Strat that he uses for everything now.
Oh.
And so if you listen to the music of Cream, it's got it's got that Gibson SG Les Paul kind of.
So I have some gruyere cheese.
Fucking Cream.
Sorry.
Should have called his band.
It's not cheese.
I know.
Should have called his band
Cream.
Half and Half. You didn't get the full cream, T.
Yes,
But you know what I mean? You, as a guitar player, you understand. Like, you can't show up with a Strat for a Cream set when you're the only guitar player.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Do you want to
No,
talk
I
about your
just
dirty
mean-
little secret with the guitar, or no? Is that still a secret?
What secret?
The true secret about your electric guitar that you brought over the other day.
Oh, what about it? Oh yeah, I
Got
can
this
tell
dorky
you.
guitar.
I got this guitar. It's a Saint Vincent model, an Ernie Ball guitar. I'm spacing on the other name.
Music Man.
Yeah, or something like yeah. But that Jay Mascis taught me this trick. It's they're a little crazy looking, but they're like kind of sci-fi looking. But Jay Mascis in the studio is like, this is the only guitar that always stays in tune. So I use it a lot, and sure enough, then I asked for one, and yeah, it just never goes out. It's always in tune.
And it sounds all right.
It sounds all right.
What kind of guitar is it again?
If you were listening to him talk,
It's an Ernie Ball guitar. I think he said Music Man. I feel bad.
But I
because
thought Jay plays like a jazz
He does,
master.
but
he
this
secretly,
Ernie Ball-
like behind the scenes, he's doing an Ernie Ball guitar.
Is
Well-
this like the Eddie Van Halen guitar?
it looks crazy, but
it's like a flying V, right?
yeah, but it looks pretty cool. It
It's got
looks
a
a little
weird
weird, but
The headstock is weird.
but it's cool. It's a cool guitar, and it sounds awesome. And I got one.
When Jay plays live, is he just playing to a backing track and it's not plugged in, and he's sort of just lip syncing?
How
like,
dare you?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, I just want the Dinosaur Jr. inside.
No, he just when he records, because I help. I sat on the couch while they made their last record.
You didn't do anything on that? No.
I sang some backups, things like that. I would have maybe contributed even more. If you look up the Saint Vincent one,
Ooh,
it's
is that
cooler.
it?
The blue
That's
one.
cool.
Is
You
it
gonna show
that?
it?
Is that like?
That's close. That's one of them. But anyway, yeah, no, it was really fun. I added some 2 cents, but more so I just talked between everybody. I was like talked between Jay and Lou. Like, tell Lou this, tell Jay that.
And that's why the record was a big hit.
Yeah, thanks to me.
You're the secret sauce.
That's like the one. Except mine's blue, but that's more like the one.
Yeah, you brought it over the other night, not to give too much away, but played a little guitar on
I ripped
something I'm
some
working
sick-
on.
I ripped some sick shit.
You put it through a cool pedal. What was that pedal about? It was a
It
Lou
was
Reed?
it was Lou Reed. It was Lou Reed's idea, and the English pedal board builder Pete Cornish. I guess he's sort of legendary. He did like Pink Floyd's pedal boards, all this other dorky stuff, and it just sounds like an amplifier dying. It just sounds like crazy, crispy fuzz.
You ever wonder why Lou Reed didn't become a saxophone player?
He was so into jazz.
I get it, Tim.
Thank you.
I don't. Yeah, I
good,
didn't get
very
it.
good.
I'm sorry.
Reed.
Oh, right.
I don't like jazz.
That's what his English
I'm a
teacher.
trumpet player, so I don't.
That's what his English teacher used to say. Lou Reed.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Right. I love it.
Thank you.
I love you.
Don't forget, we have the Hothead hotline. The Hothead hotline is engaged, and we could always take those at any point. We have a Zoom. I guess the Hothead hotline is open, even though we are behind the paywall. But we'll see. What else do we have?
You want to take a Zoomer?
Sure.
Rome, who's roaming around.
Rome, how you doing, man? Doing all right?
I'm well. How are you?
Sit down. Okay.
I gotta take a breath. Okay.
I'm getting
yeah.
I'm getting all.
I have an important
gonna puke.
question.
Yeah, I'm gonna puke. Thank you.
Yoko Ono, yay or nay?
What's that?
Yoko Ono, yay or nay?
I think ultimately, yay. I think, I don't sit around and listen to Yoko Ono records, right? So,
Mine Train.
all right, that's the answer. Kurt, you have an answer?
Okay.
Yeah, Mine Train. It's a crazy song, but it's awesome. But that I forget the name of that album right now, but I like it a lot. And there's a later one, Season of Glass. It's messed up. It's got Lennon's bloody glasses on the cover.
Yeah.
Oh
But
yeah.
That's it's 80s and weird, but it's beautiful. And also, I think it's the last track on Milk and Honey, which came out like right after Lennon's death. The Lennon Ono record, and there's a song on there called I don't know. It's the last track. It's
The
so good
Kiss,
that
Kiss,
Yoko
Kiss?
sings.
Kiss.
No, that's Double Fantasy. It's the next
okay.
record.
All right.
You're the One. It's called. It's really good.
Let's take a hothead hotline. Is there anybody on the hothead hotline?
Let's see, Wes, can you run the number real quick? Let's see if anybody. Okay. Oh yeah, we do have somebody. Randy.
Randy, are you there?
Randy, you're on the line. Can you hear us?
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Randy, what can I do for you?
Yeah, hi. Well, my daughter, this is Randy Newman, and my daughter said you said some very nice things about me, so I wanted to call you and thank you.
Okay. Is this a joke?
No.
The Randy
It
Newman.
is I.
This is not Randy Newman. Get out of here. Who is this?
Okay.
It is. It is. Why would I lie?
Well, probably as a prank. People like to prank me. They know that I'm a huge fan.
I'm a huge fan.
And I got Kurt Vile
thank
here,
you.
who's a huge fan.
I've covered.
I'm a fan of his as well.
No.
Wait a minute. This is not Randy Newman. Just drop it, dude. Who is this?
Well, let me think about that for a second. No, this is really Randy Newman. I've never.
I'm gonna
been that-
cry.
Wait a minute.
Why would he know the hothead hotline?
Let me. If this is Randy Newman, I don't believe it is, but let's do a little Randy Newman quiz.
Yes, Randy.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know. Let's see. How old is Randy Newman?
77.
Hello, Newman.
All right. So he's got the same Wikipedia open that I got.
He's good.
This guy's good.
Yeah.
Hello, Newman.
No, I my daughter's a big fan of the show, and I've watched it some, and
What do you think?
I'm a fan as well. I like it.
Really?
I like your voice. I like your voice too.
You mean
Yeah,
wait?
you sound like Clapton.
Kurt Vile? Are you talking about Kurt Vile or Tim Heidecker?
Tim.
Okay. I sound like
Kurt
Clapton?
sounds like.
Yeah, who do I
I
sound
think
like?
so, a little bit. Yeah.
What do you think of this? What do you think of Eric Clapton?
I like him. He seemed nice enough when I met him.
Tim, I think it's really him.
I never have quite understood the extreme, sort of veneration for him among guitar players. He. That's just stupid to talk this way, but I mean.
No, I want you to be frank with me, Randy. I don't want you to be Randy with me.
He plays. I don't know, one note at a time.
Yeah, slow.
What?
Yeah, sometimes.
How many notes at a time do you play?
I can play 5, 6 notes at a time.
Oh man,
I really can.
I love it. I love you.
Do you play piano every day?
I did more this last year. I played more than I usually do.
Did you write more this year
No.
or last year? No.
I did nothing. I wrote more like 50 years ago.
So what does this tell? What are you telling me? Are you not? Are you hanging it up?
No,
the
I'm writing. I'm not. Do you like to write?
Me? Do I like to write?
Yeah, sounds like you do.
It comes in waves, right?
Yeah, true.
And sometimes there's nothing, and then I actually started writing this. Tell me if you think this is a good lyric to start.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna.
Go ahead.
I think I was kind of thinking about you when I was writing it, but I started writing, and I woke up in the middle of the night and I wrote down, this could be a Randy Newman lyric, I think. I'm sitting in a bathtub filled with rats and flies. I'm talking dead rats and live flies. That's kind of an awful image,
good.
right?
Pretty bad, yeah. I mean, I'd be proud to think that I could have written it.
And then I was thinking, well, what's that about? Oh, it's about like the drought. It's about sitting in a dry bathtub with no water coming out. So that's a way
Getting a little worse.
What's that?
It's getting a little worse.
Yeah.
The explanation of it. No, it's good. I just plow ahead.
So I should keep working on it.
Yeah, I would. You know, it'll go somewhere.
I can't think of anything worse than sitting in a bathtub filled with dead rats. I mean, that's just awful. But maybe that's the direction things are going. Seems like you just get out of that bath.
Maybe that would be pretty bad. That would be like a horrible direction.
So if you're not writing and you're not playing piano, what are you doing every day?
I'm watching the Olympics now.
So what do you think of this mess, this Olympics? You're part of the problem, right?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
No, not yet. I want to get his take on the Olympics. What country are you rooting for?
Bulgaria, usually.
Is it true that you wrote that the beginning of A Wedding in Cherokee County was intended to be an Albanian national anthem?
Yeah.
How did that
trying
happen?
to write "A white moon shines on the goat herd and the snow lingers yet on the ground," because I'm interested in Albania, because they had no ally in the world, none. It's said on our passport that we can't go there. So I've always been for the underdog, and I was kind of rooting for him. So I tried to write an anthem, but I didn't have enough information. You know, you couldn't read about him even.
Yeah, well, you couldn't go on the internet either to look it up. You had to go to the library.
Not then, yeah.
But this was just on spec.
Nothing.
This was on spec. You weren't asked to do this.
Yeah. I like most of my stuff. I think the Albanian government didn't ask me to write it.
Right.
No, I was all on my own.
Did you ever go there and play?
No, hell no. I don't think you can.
You still can't?
No, I don't think so.
I wonder if we have any Albanians listening to. Doug, you had a question for this guy who says he's Randy Newman? I don't think he is.
Well, I was just curious what
I'm kind of boring for Randy Newman.
If you're watching the Olympics,
sir, you are delivering.
I just want to know what your favorite events or like sports in the Olympics are. Like, what do you like?
Oh, that's a good question.
That's a
very
great question.
interesting question for your listeners.
That's what everyone's asking.
Well, the chat is asking for him to name
like
the key
track
of
and
an
field. Just
obscure
a regular.
song to prove.
He likes track and field, is what he said, Matt.
Okay, we
Don't
want.
I sound like a regular sort of guy to be writing the weird songs I write?
You know,
not even paying attention to making money or anything else.
Hello, Newman.
It's money that you love, though.
the people watching want to know what key is the song "My Country" from Bad Love. What key is that in?
That's a good question. I think it's in G.
It's in G, ladies and gentlemen.
He's right.
That's right.
He's right.
Maybe it is him.
I think that's
one of the best songs I ever wrote. In
How
a
about
way.
Pretty Boy?
Wait, hold on.
Oh,
I
sorry.
agree. I want to talk about that song for 1 second.
Yeah.
Can I talk about that song for 1 second?
Two nerds.
Yeah, sure.
Because did you say that's one of the best songs you ever wrote, or you think it is?
I think so. In a way, it really is.
I really agree. And here's the thing that when we all talk about Randy Newman, we talk about the fact that he's writing in a voice or in a character, and he's telling stories that might not be personal. But that one feels a little more autobiographical than the rest. Am I wrong?
It's very perceptive. It is, of course. You know.
Because the line that kills me more than maybe any other song, is "My children come over." I'm not going to get this exactly because I don't have it in front of me, but the idea of your children are coming over. They have TVs of their own, and as much as I love them,
Yeah.
Go ahead. Do you want to finish it?
No, I don't exactly. Let's see. Yet they keep on coming over anyway.
Yeah, and and as much as I love them,
yeah,
I'm always
I'm always
happy
kinda
when
glad.
they go away.
Right.
Holy
Kind
shit.
of chilly.
That's fucking so true and dark and real and so honest that, you know, I mean, do you have a sit down with your kids about that song and ever talk to them about, you know, like, this is where I'm coming from?
I say, oh, you know how I write, and that it's just you.
Yeah.
I said something about that one.
Jeez. You know that one, Kurt? Say yes, because you don't want to embarrass yourself. But...
Yeah.
I would do anything for a song, actually, all in all. And
you throw anybody under the bus.
Well, almost.
God, man, I was so. Full disclosure, we understood that you were up for calling in. You're on the top of my list to talk to, because you truly are a hero to me and one of the most. I mean, you're up there with you're in the top 3. How about that?
Yep.
Very nice.
C&C Music Factory's #1.
I kind of agree with that.
Jimmy Gilmer and Sugar Shack.
The Miami Sound Machine.
The 1912 Bubblegum. What was that band called? The
1910.
What is it, Vic?
1910 Fruit Gum Company.
Machine. They were pretty good.
The Miami Sound Machine.
He's liking them. It's like factory machine. That's why I said it. I'm not clowning.
Yeah.
No disrespect to the Miami Sound Machine or Gloria.
Who's your top 5, Randy?
Yeah, watch it.
Who's your top 5?
Musically?
Yeah.
Shit. I don't know, you know.
I know. It's a stupid question.
In some ways, you know, Van Morrison, I liked a lot of the stuff he did.
Yeah. Before all the
Dylan,
anti-vax stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. What the hell? Let him do what he... It's so ridiculous and stupid, the anti-vax stuff, but
yeah,
I don't know what the hell. Does it make you like a brown-eyed girl any less? I don't think so.
Right. Yeah. You know what's funny about him is, like, his voice is about, like, if you listen to that new stuff, he sounds exactly the same as he did 40 years ago.
Maybe lower.
Boy, that's unusual. He's always been able to really sing.
Yeah. All right. Who else?
I don't know. It's a tough one for me. You know, I haven't been listening to a lot of pop music lately. You know, Kanye West has made 3 or 4 albums that I heard that were really good, impressively good.
Yeah, and just straight up insane, right? Like crazy.
Yeah, I think he made the mistake, like some people do, of wanting to make a work of art of his life.
Yeah.
You know, and concentrate on that kind of thing.
What did you think of Dylan's Murder Most Foul?
What was it? I haven't heard it yet, I don't think.
Oh, you haven't?
No. Is it the one where he does sort of ballads?
Well, no, it's the song that's like a 15-minute sort of meditation on the assassination of JFK.
No shit.
Dude.
I have to listen. I'm sorry.
No, you can curse.
It's like from a year ago.
I'll listen to it.
I kind of recommend it to give yourself the time, like if you listen on headphones or not, whatever. But like, it's a cool little journey he puts you on, a little amusement park ride.
Well, you know, if he puts it together, he's absolutely tremendous. You know?
What about that picture? There's a picture that was going around the internet it was from the 80s, and it was you, Tom Petty, Dylan, and Neil Young backstage somewhere. I think it was Farm Aid.
Yeah.
You seen that one going around?
They were looking through me at the time. Yeah, I remember it.
Lou Reed in that too?
And Lou Reed. Is Lou Reed in that?
Lou Reed,
picture?
maybe.
Yeah,
Lou
Reed. I don't know whether Neil Young was there.
Yeah, I think it was Lou.
Oh, it was not Neil Young. It was Lou Reed.
Lou, not Neil.
And somebody said, what if this was the Traveling Wilburys? So that would have been a different group.
It would have been, yeah.
It
would have been more out of tune, I'll tell you that.
Well, I know it would have just been a bunch of guys doing the bridge, singing the bridge, like, you know, the counterpoint.
It's very true.
One other question I have. So the Three Amigos movie.
Yeah.
How much? So you get a co-writing credit.
Yeah.
What are you doing in the writing department? Are you just sitting? My vision is you're sitting around just talking through the movie with Lorne Michaels and Steve Martin? You're just pitching things. Are you typing stuff up?
No. Steve had a word processor.
Oh.
And as a result, it was mostly he,
Yeah.
his stuff.
Right.
But a couple of things I got and songs.
Well, yeah, and you had a song in there. But that's so I can imagine you're just like pitching ideas by the pool or something like that. But you didn't do that for anybody else.
No, I think they wanted me to write the songs. So to do that, I would have wanted more than that. Some writers.
Right.
The opportunity to act like a writer.
Could have been a whole other life for you, sitting around writing movies. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think. I think music's probably what I'm good at.
Yeah, sure is. Vic, do you have a question for Randy? Vic Berger's here, and he is on my level of fandom.
Yes, I'm a huge fan. I actually met you 20 years ago in Boston. I don't know if you remember that. Or
Yeah,
not.
he remembers.
Yeah,
this is not the real Randy.
I remember.
He remembers. Yeah, it's him. I mean, I don't know. Like Marie is like the most beautiful song.
Vic thinks
I
it's
think
called Murray.
Murray,
Murray.
And I think it's going to rain today. I know you've kind of disparaged that in the past, but I think it's.
I was acting stupid.
Oh yeah, no, you should be very proud of that one. That's just brings me to tears. The bridge, lonely. But I wanted to ask about what it was like playing songs for Frank Sinatra that you wrote for him and his son Frank Sinatra Jr. And I think they both ended up passing on what you wrote for them.
They passed away.
No, it was just Sinatra Sr. And I went in and played. I wrote the song "Lonely" at the top for him. To make fun of the leaning against the lamppost.
Sure.
Right.
And being down and how miserable life is when he's a billionaire.
Right.
And so I played it to him, and he said, "What else you got, kid?"
Well, fuck you very much.
And I played "Think It's Gonna Rain." He liked that all right. Not enough to do it.
Right.
But that was it. I mean, he...
I guess he probably didn't have a sense of humor about
He didn't like what I had to give him, I
Right.
guess.
Well, way to bum out Randy Newman, Vic.
I know. Well, was Simon Smith in The Amazing Dancing Bear? Was that for Francis Jr.?
No, that was Alan Price. No, I just wrote that.
Okay.
I don't know who it was for.
But you had him in mind.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
So, on 12 Songs and Sail Away and Good Old Boys, I mean, those three all dip into very dangerous racial territory if you're not hip to where you're coming from, like what your point of view is. How, you know what I mean? Like, you is really smart, but were there people that just took it at face value or didn't get the irony or didn't get the message? And, it's out before the internet, before anything, like, how do you control that? And you got to kind of be cool about it. You can't go out explaining yourself. You just have to let things kind of live. I mean, I don't know what the question is,
you
but
do have to explain yourself. If I were to play Redneck now, I mean, I'd have to have an explanation longer than the song.
Yeah.
Because, people, what you said was absolutely true. People don't know where you're coming from necessarily. I played Redneck in Lafayette, Louisiana. And I got a note from a kid, a black kid, who said that, I was enjoying the show, and I'm sitting out there with 1,200 white people.
Yeah.
And you start to do that song, and they get up and they start yelling and stuff.
They
and
think it's a
he
participatory event.
Yeah. And he said, I don't know where you're coming from. So, I mean, I tried to explain to him in the, I wrote him a letter back and talked to him on the phone.
Wow.
But, couldn't understand it. He became a songwriter, that kid, I think.
Can I ask a question?
So there you are.
Thank you. I mean, yeah, I think, listen, I get it, but I can imagine you always are fighting that the perception of who you are, and that's always got to be a struggle, or it's got to be like a painful part of your process.
It's less so now.
Right.
I mean, I people sort of get, if they come see me, that's what they came to see.
I mean, Sail Away, it's what you don't say in that song. It's the third verse that doesn't exist about the concept, like the promises made that don't come true in that song. That's the genius of it. Anyways, you're a genius. You know that. Doug, what's your question?
Well, I got two, but I'll start off with this one. Do you still love L.A.?
Yeah.
And then
I love it. The guy in the song, it's not unqualified kind of Chamber of Commerce love there. I mean, the bum down on his knees and all that stuff. But
there's a little irony going on there.
And there's a sort of aggressive ignorance about L.A. that I like.
I would like to hear your explanation about the Short People song.
Oh, jeez. That's
because I know a couple short
Randy
people.
doesn't want to get... You know why he's saying that is because Doug is not exactly the tallest guy on the planet.
No, I know, but I know. It's like a sarcastic song, or something. But
I needed an up-tempo song for the record.
There you go.
That's what came out of me.
Yeah. Give him a break.
I went to a doctor just last week before, I don't remember, and they weighed me. And they said, "You want a measurement?" And I said, "Measurement of what?" No laughs, no nothing. Yeah. And so your height. And I said, "Okay." So I get on there, and she says, "Do you want to know how tall you are?" And I said, "Of course I want to know how tall I am." What is it? And I used to be 5'11" and a quarter, and now I'm 5'8".
Whoa! That's gravity, huh?
I've been cursed. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna get down to 4'10" soon and keep going.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean,
I live long enough.
That could be. You should do a sequel to the song. Do an update.
Oh, I've been cursed. I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, that's like the cruel fate coming back to get you. A little karma. Kurt, did you have a question? Do you know Kurt Weill's music?
Yes,
Wow.
I do.
You're
Don't
lying.
have to name a bunch of it, but I've definitely heard it.
He just did a
Different kinds of
beautiful.
voices.
I guess it's a duet. Well, some of it's a duet. You did an album, of EP with John Prine.
Yeah, John Prine. Well, he's on one song, and there's some John Prine covers. But
Oh, really?
yeah, and
It's really beautiful, Randy.
I'll listen to it immediately I get off here.
yeah, totally. But also, you're a huge influence on me as well, and especially, I mean, still now. But I consumed
Thank you
you
very much.
several years ago, and I recorded a cover of your song "Pretty Boy." It's out on
You did?
Yeah, it's on the internet. I heard
God,
that's
I
one of your
always
favorite
hoped
songs.
Somebody would do that.
Yeah,
It is.
I tried actually to get it to your son. My friend worked with your son, but I guess we never got that over to you.
James, yeah.
But we'll send it to you.
I'll listen to it. I always liked it. It's awful rough, but
Which record is it on?
It's off of it's Money That I Love.
Oh, okay.
Or whatever
Born
the one.
Again.
Born Again. It's like
Yeah.
cute little chicken shit boots on, cute little chicken shit hat. It's a great song.
Hello, Newman.
Two chickens at Griffith riding along.
Yeah.
And I meant the girlfriend was a guy,
Oh,
nothing sexual about it, but just the guy was making fun of him all around.
right. That makes sense.
Randy, can I consider you a regular on the show? You call in every week, do whatever you want to do.
Nah, you wouldn't want that. But I'll do it. I'll do whatever you want.
Well, maybe one day in my dream of dreams, we have you come over and play a little music with us or do something fun. Make it easy on
Sure.
you. Get a limo over
We'll do
there,
it.
pick you up, take care of you.
Mm.
Get you a
amazing.
sandwich.
Oh, that makes it worthwhile.
We get some hummus out here for you.
Yeah, that's
Don't you?
just
What's your
what I want.
favorite? What's your favorite item in the backstage green room? Is it hummus or is it the carrots and broccoli?
No. I like the chocolate chip cookies and stuff like that.
Oh.
Take a look at a picture.
What's that?
Take a look at a picture of me. I've
Oh,
been, eating chocolate chip cookies and brownies and stuff like that.
So you don't. So you eat. You're an older gentleman. You're eating cookies
Yeah.
and candy and stuff.
Yeah, it worries me too. You don't see many fat 80-year-olds,
I want a cookie.
what did you say? Willie's meat?
I don't know. I lost. Do you say do you eat meat?
Yeah.
You don't give a shit.
I like burgers.
Sometimes I think I don't.
You want to play a quick round of Know Your Newman?
Yeah.
Or this is for Randy.
Oh. You looked right at me. Just saying.
Randy, you want to play a quick round of Know Your Newmans?
I was listening to that. I don't know what that is.
All right, we'll try.
Hello, Newman.
Well, you're giving away one of the answers there, Doug. What's your favorite kind of tomato sauce?
Heinz?
Newman's Own is the correct answer. From Paul Newman.
I got it.
Okay. Now, who do you get your mail delivered by? Newman from Seinfeld.
Hello,
How about this? Who's your favorite original cast member? Who's your favorite original cast member from Saturday Night Live?
Lorraine.
Yes.
Hello,
there you go.
Newman.
Do we have any more, Doug?
I
can't
got
remember.
one for you. What's the most important city in California?
Don't tell me. There's not a Newman, California.
City of Newman, California.
There's a city, and you don't know there's a city in Newman, California?
No.
It's named after you, Randy.
I got one. What's the best donut shop in L.A.?
What's the best donut shop in L.A.?
Randy's Donuts. He
Randy.
nailed it.
Hello, Newman.
Go Randy on this one.
Randy's
Switch
Donuts.
it to Randy.
I think that's all we have. Do you know? Well, we have. I guess we could do this. What's your favorite toy train?
Really? Thomas the Train Engine.
No, I'm thinking Lionel train.
Oh, Lionel from my uncle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been hard. That's hard.
That's hard, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is really hard. It's like crossword
Do you think
puzzle.
this would work as like a board game or something? We could develop it, maybe.
Tim, I
No,
got one.
It probably doesn't work as good podcasting either.
No.
Tim, I got one more.
Okay, Doug has one more.
Who's the worst Quaid?
Who's the worst Quaid?
The worst Quaid.
Randy.
Well, suddenly this
Nice
is the
guy.
Randy game now. I guess
He
we
was a
can.
nice guy. Yeah.
He's a nice guy, yeah. Wait, isn't Randy Quaid the one that's up in lost his mind?
He's
Up in-
like on the
with the
run.
big beard,
He's on the
yeah.
lam.
Is he?
Yeah, I think he did.
Yeah,
I think he did.
he was a nice guy.
Yeah, he was.
Mr. Newman, I'm calling you Sir Newman. We're installing the knighthood in America on office hours here. Sir Randy Newman.
Great. Oh, great. Any kind of award I'll show up for.
I was gonna go with this whole bit that I didn't know that I was gonna hang up on you, but then I just in real time I thought, fuck that. I want to hang with Randy for a little while and talk. I think it was a pretty good chat.
Did you find it disappointing?
Not at all. I mean, the fact that you just laughed at something I said is, listen, I'm an emotional guy right now. One of my close friends almost died yesterday, Bob Odenkirk. And
Oh, no.
I'm feeling a lot of love and a lot of appreciation for people out there. And you're one of the greats. And
Oh,
you've-
that's cool. I hope you give him my regards. If it
I will.
matters. I hope he gets better.
and you changed my life. So thank you, Randy. And again, seriously,
Okay.
if the time works and you feel into it, you're always a welcome guest
I will.
in our world.
It's great talking to you.
Thanks, Randy. Take care. All the best.
Bye, Kurt.
Bye.
So long.
Bye, Doug. He said bye to me too. That was cool.
Bye, Doug.
Kurt filed.
Bye, Vic.
Kurt filed.
Bye, Vic.
I wish I had that drop.
I mean, it's okay to throw a dish away.
Kurt filed.
Holy
How
shit.
cool
He
was
said
that?
bye, Kurt.
Let's take a Zoomer just to like. By
Yeah,
the way, the
power.
Zoomers couldn't hear his audio.
After all that.
Oh,
Are you serious?
No,
the feed went down actually.
feed-
Did it
The whole
really in the
feed.
middle?
No.
Oh my god.
We lost
No.
all that to time.
Kurt, that was cool.
That was
That was
really
amazing.
fun.
That was
really
like-
something.
Out of
And,
body
and actually,
experience.
sincerely, thanks to Alice Newman, who set
His
that
head
up.
was not
Yeah.
hot at all.
I think he had a good time.
He loved it.
definitely.
He was
laughing.
yeah, he was. I could. One time I played a festival with him and I just saw him there and I couldn't even talk to him
Same.
because, and even just then, like it's hard
But he's so
to explain
affable.
how. No, yeah, totally. It's hard to. I got so deep with his music
Yeah.
on the road, in
was-
tears.
Do you guys agree with the move I made to just go with the
Oh
interview?
yes, of course.
You
It
guys
had
were
to be a
like,
band.
you guys
Well,
were.
yeah, it was killing me for a while. I was like, and the gang.
I just had this image of like a debate. I had this image of a debate going for weeks about whether it was him or not. But
no,
it was so
it's
clearly him.
me.
Meanwhile, my audience is like,
I don't really like Randy Newman.
Yeah,
I don't
you know
really
what,
like him.
When I
Why
would
do you like him so much?
when I would
Fuck
drop,
you!
Right.
No, they were stoked. They were in disbelief.
But
Was
when
that
I would,
Kurt?
I would drop his name when he's still one of my favorites, but like at one moment he was my number one for a couple of years.
Mhm.
I say Randy Newman, they're always like, oh, like his Pixar soundtrack.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of people
For sure.
know.
Hey, Kurt.
Yeah.
Who bumped him out of the number one spot?
That's who. Killing me. Tell me.
No, you said
Matt,
for a
we're
while he
asking
was
who.
number
Oh,
one.
who bumped him out? Oh, I don't know. I get obsessed with tons. I don't know who
Newman.
bumped him out then.
Okay.
I don't know who bumped him out. But he's always
Was it
been
Bush?
at the top.
Was it Gavin Rossdale?
Yeah.
Gavin.
Could have been easier.
I think it was funny.
on
I was giving my
you.
top 3, and it was Randy Newman and CNC Music Factory and a bunch of 1910 bubblegum. What was that, man?
Yeah, 1910 Fruit Gum Company.
They were like destined for failure with that name. No one could remember that.
Well, they're all
What
just fake studio musicians, and then
Right.
they send like multiple like fakes out to mime the words.
Well,
Let's talk to Vera Drew.
yes,
Vera's
Vera.
You gotta watch
This is not
Princess
just any
and the
old
Frog.
Zoomer. This is
Yeah.
Vera Drew.
It's another surprise guest for everybody.
Hello.
How exciting was that?
That was crazy. I knew instantly from just hearing his voice.
I know.
Before he even said it, it was like
He is so. What's the word for it? You immediately know who he is. There's a word for that. Idiosyncratic. And
yeah,
I guess
I don't know how you would describe that voice other than Randy Newman.
I'm proud of him. I was actually like knees shaking a little bit up to his calling in because I knew it was coming, and so I was a little like feeling like I always go through this thing where it's like, is that feeling worth the thing that's going to happen? You know, like the stage fright or the
He was so
anxiety where you're just like, maybe if I just don't try to do things, I won't feel this way ever. I'll be numb.
Yeah.
Simple
I
pleasures.
wish I could do that.
Yeah. But we are successful. We don't fail on this show.
What's that like for you when because I watched your Larry Charles interview a few weeks ago, and just even hearing like he was a fan of you and stuff. Like, what's that like for you when you hear people that you like looked up to or like influenced you tell you that kind of stuff?
It's unfortunately, I think I've always had the thing where negative makes more of an impact on me than positive. It's a bummer. It's expected that people like it. They oughta. Why wouldn't you?
Right.
And then I'm obsessed and confused and annoyed when people don't. Like, why wouldn't you like it? Of course you would like it. No, I'm exaggerating. It's very nice. But it is harder to like feel, because the satisfaction of doing stuff, I think, is in the doing the stuff, not in the appreciation of it as much. But it is cool. It's nice.
Yeah.
And it's also a reflection on not just me. It's on you. It's on Doug. It's on other people too, you know? Like it's because it's everybody. It's a collaborative process, the stuff we do. And you guys, some of the time, you guys don't get to directly experience that because of the behind the scenes aspect of it.
Thank you, Tim.
Vera, what have you been cooking up?
I was on the show about a year ago, and I announced that I was making a Joker remix. I thought it was going to take me a couple months, but it's been like a year of my life, and it's an actual movie now. So I'm trying to finish my first feature film is what I've been up to.
And it's called The People's Joker.
It's called The People's Joker. It's an illegal comic book movie about an unfunny transgender clown called Joker.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about her discovering her gender identity and fighting old foes in Gotham City.
Can I ask a question?
You can.
Vera? Is it, how are you making it? Are you shooting it on locations, or is it any kind of green screen stuff? I'm just trying to picture how you're making it happen.
Well, the original idea was that it was going to be all like a re-edit of footage with like my face deep faked over a bunch of footage. But I quickly realized that I wouldn't be able to show it anywhere if I did that route. So we actually shot like an entirely new film. Part of the reason why I'm calling in today is because I'm doing everything I can now to no longer use footage that I don't own the rights to. So we're recreating a lot of the sets from Joker 2019, but also a lot of new stuff. So it's, I mean, to answer your question, it's just it's like a completely original film at this point.
Wow. So you think it's no longer illegal?
Well, I don't own the rights to. I don't know if you knew this, but I don't own the rights to Batman or the Joker or any of the, like, every single Batman villain, including like a villain called Calendar Man, is in this movie. So like, that side of things, I'm definitely still in some kind of legal gray area, but I've talked to a couple lawyers about it. I mean, the way I see it is like, it would look really weird for Warner Brothers to like to try to shut down a project that's like about a trans woman's experience with these characters. And there's just, you know, a huge, like, over 200 people, a lot of people in the office hours world are contributing to this, many of whom are queer, many of whom are like amazing, talented artists. So I'm just kind of banking on the fact that it would just look really stupid for WB or DC to sue me.
WB.
That's what they say.
My 2 cents are, I agree with you. The example I can think of is that first Todd Haynes movie he made about Karen Carpenter called Superstar. That was also an underground illegal movie, because I think more because of the use of Barbies, right? Was that the case?
It was the Barbies, and it was the fact that he didn't license any of the Carpenter's music.
Right.
But I don't think he ever would have been able to, because he was also making that during a time, because it was very specifically confronted her eating disorder and issues with fame and stuff. And like,
right.
You know, they of course didn't want that full disclosure out there. But yeah, I mean, I've been looking to stuff like that every step of the way. Like,
but the good thing for you is that if you're doing this through like direct funding, patreon.com/what, People's Joker?
Yeah, you can, if you'd like to donate to the film, you can visit thepeoplesjoker.com. We have a donate button there.
Can we stop with the word? Can we stop with the word donate though? Can we go for
support.
Can you support or fund, or you know what I mean? Because the donate feels like it's a charity that is like the last priority for someone. This is how you're making this.
Exactly, and you know, like I think like what you guys do here, what you're doing with High Network, it's just kind of an example of like, that's just where content is going to happen. Like if you don't want things
shit
that are just going to, if you want good shit, that's just, you kind of have to do that direct support thing.
Yeah.
Right now.
I'm a huge believer in it, and it's working. It's letting us make stuff and not have to worry about getting notes and permission, and it's just going to keep going that way. But the other thing is like the Todd Haynes thing is like, well, look where Todd Haynes is now. He's a big movie maker. So this is a great opportunity for you personally to show what you can do and who you are, and your ability to make it. And as far as Warner Brothers, they're going to either not know about it. If they do, it'll become part of the story of it getting cease and desist. And, you know, it'll get out there to the people that paid for it in some form. It'll be a cool, like, pirate thing, right?
Yeah.
You're for it, right,
No,
Kurt?
Yeah.
I'm treating it like it's the last thing I'll ever do. So it's just really, you know, like it's kind of, I mean, like it is nerve-wracking, like working on something for a year and kind of being like, you know, because now I do want to try to get it into like some of the bigger festivals. Like we've already had some of the bigger festivals like reach out and ask us to submit it, which is like cool and a good sign. But yeah, no, I mean, I'm kind of just banking on, like I have a cut of the movie. It's good. Like I know it's good. So I'm kind of just like, I watch it now and I'm like,
also,
people watch
shouldn't there
this
just be like a popular movement to say, you know what, fuck you, Batman is ours now. Like Batman is no longer a private. It's like it's ubiquitous. It's like Johnny Appleseed at this point. There's so many fucking Batmans, and it's like, you know what I mean. Like, stop holding on to these ultimately irrelevant things that just squeezing every dollar out of it as you possibly can.
Well, and they constantly tell us that these are like the myths of our day, and that like these heroes are like the mythology of our day. If like that's the case, then you know, Joe Schmoes like me and you should be able to make our own,
Right.
you know.
Yeah, and the stuff that's garbage, it's just like a guy with an iPhone in a Batman costume. Like, no one's gonna watch that anyways. Like, the people will see the stuff that the cream rises to the top. All right, well, I got to talk to more people here because we went so long with
Can I
Randy.
plug something real quick? Just real quick. I mean, I've been plugging the whole movie, but I have a live stream this weekend, July 31st, Saturday at noon, twitch.tv/Vera Drew 22. I'm trying to raise money, and then I promise I'm never going to ask anybody for money ever again because it's so fucking embarrassing.
I know.
But for every $1,000 we raise, we're going to show sections from the movie. I should also say Tim's in it and plays a character called Perry White that is basically just Alex Jones, and you're amazing in it.
Thank you. Thank you, Vera. Good luck. And
Thank you.
I know we will be working together soon on some new on cinema. So that's coming up soon, too. That's
Can't
no
wait.
secret. All right. Good seeing you. Hope
Bye,
you're having a
guys.
great summer. Talk to you soon. All right, let's talk to some Zoomies that aren't friends of the show, or that are.
They're all
however you want
friends
to phrase
here. George, are you raising your hand because you have a topic, George?
Georgia of the Jungle. What was that, Vic? Weird Al did George of the
He did
Jungle.
a cover of it.
He just did a
He
like,
just did
straight
like
cover.
just a cover exactly like the original. Like
Okay.
When? I missed that.
That was like 88
Back in the day.
probably, yeah.
In 3D or Dare to be Stupid.
Wow.
What's
Okay.
this look?
Oh, this is cool.
Wow. Mysterious shot.
What do we make of this, guys?
Moody. He's a moody guy.
Jimmy Fallon is with us.
What's up, guys? How's it going?
Good. Where are you calling from?
I'm in the sunny United Kingdom of Britain.
Hmm.
Oh. Are you an Autechre?
Where would you play in London if you were going to play in London, Kurt? Like, what's the size venue you're looking at?
I don't even remember anymore.
Would it be that Shepherd's Bush?
Yeah, Shebu.
Is that what it's called?
I did 2 nights at Shebu, you know.
How many times do you think Bush has played Shepherd's Bush?
I don't know.
I know. Joke questions where the question is the answer is a number are never a lot of fun for the other person.
I'm just
right, Doug.
Oh man,
nice. Vic.
Wow, the isolated track.
Bleeding through what's on a case smile, a spin on a whim.
Deaf, dumb, and 30.
Who watched that? Who
leaks
watched
those?
that Woodstock '99 documentary? Anybody
I
watch
did.
that?
People
I
talking
need
about
to.
it a lot.
Woo! Yeah, that's some tough stuff.
Brutal.
How
I'm
can I
wondering
help
if
you
these
over there in
guys-
England?
Are you
George?
trapped in a prison? Or?
His
I haven't
camera
got
is
a
on
lot
the
to
other side of the
add.
fence.
Did you have a question or a concern or a comment or complaint?
I want to say well done for the Randy Newman interview. That was amazing.
Oh, thank you. I gotta start being more
And-
like Randy, where I'm just kind of like, thank you very much.
Dude,
Yeah,
it's
man.
Dreamy.
Like, oh, you don't want to hear from me like that kind of humble,
Aw, shucks.
aw shucks kind of vibe. I'll go for that from now on. Well, thank you very much.
I
Tell
was
that
blown over.
lady
I was.
time.
This is crazy even to have Kurt Vile in the room.
No, no,
I'm
Kurt's a little more on my
big
level.
fan. Then Randy comes in. What do you want me to say? What am I gonna do? Jesus Christ.
Man,
What do
I'm,
you want me to say?
I'm hypnotized by this dude.
That's why I called on him. Look at that
I think
shot.
I'm gonna get. I mean, who's next? What are we gonna get? Paul McCartney next? Oh, you know, I
Paul
was
McCartney?
listening to your interview with Randy. I thought it was kind of interesting.
I can't remember.
I wanted to know if like we just get a random call from Paul McCartney. Yeah, you know, I wanted to tell you about how John and I used to work together. Like, okay.
I can't remember.
Yeah. That's right. That's the story. You
Yeah,
heard.
there's. I mean, I wasn't even told this story by actual the person that was there, but he had a surprise dinner with and Paul McCartney was there, and he was just asking him all these like Beatles questions, and he'd just be like, "Oh, I can't remember."
He's like, you've got to ask me the 9 things I remember. Then I could tell you.
Oh, I can't remember.
I'm really sorry I do that sometimes.
You know.
I actually don't have that much.
All right,
problem
thanks,
with that.
George.
Here's a
Oh,
quick
did you have
question.
Yeah.
Are you ever going to consider cutting your hair for any album?
No,
in the
this is
future?
a funny story actually. This is back in 2003 or so. I worked at a brewery in Philadelphia.
Yingling?
No, it's Philadelphia. It was called Yards back then, but then it got switched to Philadelphia Brewing Company. But there's this kid that worked there that I didn't like. He was so annoying. And then there's like over the weekend we're at this house party and he shows up and I got a haircut and it was like way too short. And then he took one look at me and was like, "You look like Tom Hanks."
Hey, can you put your hair up?
No.
Let's see it. No?
No way.
I can see it now.
Yeah.
It'd be a jazz album. I can see
My
that.
hair's in a
So,
nightmare scenario.
I never cut my hair
I feel
again.
I have the worst hair right now.
It's about to be a white
It's like
boy
it's actually
summer.
becoming like a bowl. Like, look at. This is not right. This is bad news.
Looks cool, dude.
Looks cool,
You look
dude.
It does not look cool.
You look like Point Break, 100% pure adrenaline.
Yeah, I'm like a surfer dude, and I'm 13 years old in 1994. Anyways,
Thanks, George.
Peace
in the
out,
UK.
guys. Much love.
I have too much hair in the front of my head. It falls forward.
Yeah, but I never cut my hair after that. After that one.
You must trim it a little bit.
Well, no, yeah, I trim it. Not me
You
personally.
keep in touch with that guy from the brewery?
No.
Are your pubes as long as the top hair?
Yeah.
To go right down your knees.
Yeah.
Ethan in Hawaii. He's been waiting patiently.
Doug, are you offended by that?
It made
Uncomfortable?
me sick a little bit. I was like starting
Why?
to gag.
Why?
I love pube shit. I was looking at something else.
What?
Hey guys,
Ethan's on the line.
Hey, Ethan, how are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks.
Man, these people are all tripping me out.
Hats off to you with that Randy interview. It was really good.
Thanks. He's a sweetheart.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Maybe
Holy
Doug
shit.
can become a fan.
I don't dislike him.
I can make you a mix.
Make me a mix, thanks.
I played Doug political science this morning because he'd never heard that, and he's like, "That's pretty funny."
No, there's some heartbreakers.
Oh, the Heartbreakers are the best.
Baltimore, Guilty.
What about I can't live? No, it's
Yeah, rats off to you.
living without you. Milkman calls the sun up. Another mountain day.
Whoa, you should cover that.
Oh my God, you know that song, right?
It sounds familiar, but
Living without you.
oh,
It's on
all
his
on
first.
bad. No, all the first one.
From the
It's
first,
from
or
his
second.
first one, but then Nilsson covered it.
Oh right.
Listen to how this starts, Doug.
It's like smart guy stuff.
Yeah,
You're smart.
Like
yeah,
dumb.
no, but
I
there's
like dumb
certain songs that'll
music.
kill you. But I don't know how much like classic. It's not even classic rock, but it's a classic. There's like an underbelly of it or whatever.
Oh,
No,
I have
because
a
it's
I
the
have a question
70s.
about your music, Tim.
Yeah.
So I've been
Hold
following
on
you.
one
Dad,
second. Listen
memo
to
to my
this.
For
son.
sure. Sorry.
Memo to my son is beautiful.
That's what I thought. Oh, that wasn't it. My bad.
Mine just the song went away.
Which one? Without You?
Living without you. Yeah.
It's no cream popcorn on the cob, but
That's all. I can't live anymore.
No, it's not. It's not that song.
What's that song?
the
Listen
first
to how this
record's
starts.
produced.
The arrangement's no good on that original album.
The first one.
Yeah.
Well, that's
It's a little too.
the arrangements are. I'm spacing on his name right now. He's like notorious.
Van Dyke Parks.
Van Dyke Parks. Yeah, he's.
Sorry. We gotta get him on. We could get him.
Oh my, yeah. I got my friend's close with him.
Sorry. Did you have a question about my music?
Yeah. So I've been listening to you as a recording artist since that Office Hours record. The Tim and Eric record. And then you made those Heidecker and Wood records,
Mhm.
and there's like an interesting continuum of your music where you were like a MIDI artist,
Mm-hmm.
and then you transitioned into being an analog recording artist.
Yeah.
And I wonder if you could talk about that transition at all, because it's been fascinating following your career. Like your last album was one of my favorite records of last year.
Okay. Kurt's a fan of that record.
Yeah.
I sent you an early copy, an early version of that.
I am a fan of that
and
record.
I was just like, "What do you think of this?" And you were like, "Man, I'm a fan."
I think my favorite one is "If You Wanna Slow Dance."
Yeah.
If you wanna.
You should have covered that tonight.
romance,
Could you
find
cover that real
someone.
quick?
You could show me the chords.
Yeah, I
Tell
can
me
show
the
you
chords.
Here, give me my guitar.
Well, you know, we should do that on After Hours.
Well, we'll do a taste of it
Taste?
here.
That's good.
Yeah, we'll do a taste of it here.
I think it starts in A minor.
Oh, see, you.
That was a Randy Newman song.
Where'd Doug go? He's
All right,
getting my guitar.
Wait, it starts
Oh,
at
there you
A
go.
minor. I'm already lost.
Really? No, you're not.
Wait, no.
Get out of here. He does his one song. He knows.
What was that? The Boys Are Back in Town? What was it?
I'm moving out, G.
When did Doug put a sweater on?
It's freezing in
This
here.
is news to me.
So classy.
I know, it looks
F?
great.
Fantasy. So, I'm moving on. I'm getting out. Back to F. I can't take any more G.
I can't take any more G.
Packing it in. 'Cause there ain't no doubt. Oh,
It's beautiful.
I can't
Just keep playing.
any more line.
If you wanna slow dance, if you wanna romance, find someone who can handle you.
Oops. Oh. Handle you.
Handle you.
Find someone who can
Handle you. That was beautiful and insane at the same time. That's what I like.
I love pretty
You
music.
can cover that in your live set, asshole.
I will. I will, my brother.
That's a great fucking word.
I call you
I
asshole.
will, my brother.
So the answer to your question is, I think when I had my computer and I had Logic, which is a music software, and I got a little MIDI keyboard, you can dial in sounds. You can get drums, you can get bass, you can get organs,
Heard of it.
pianos, anything you want. Strings, synths. And so you start experimenting and getting sounds that sound pretty good. And they get you to a point where you kind of learn how things work together. You learn a little bit about songwriting that way, learn a little bit about music production. And you're not like renting a studio for $1,000 a day. But then I think you get to a point where like, I kind of want to take this to the next level and work with, and just the fun of working with real musicians in a studio, playing real instruments. I think for the kind of music you and I make collectively, but also separately, nothing beats that experience. That's fun.
Yeah.
And it sounds better. Right?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I like electronic music too, though.
No, I'm not saying you don't.
I'm not. I know.
But I mean, this new record I'm working on has a lot of drum machine in it, and it has a lot of.
Oh, it's awesome. You got a banger. Well, more than one, but there's this one banger. I'm not gonna give it away.
Thank you. But this drum
It's
machine.
got this thing.
What?
No, I'm just kidding. I was about to give it away.
How wet can they get?
Are my pits wet?
Blowing instruments. A blowing instrument.
But I might.
I don't know what you guys are doing back there. I don't care anymore.
City of the dead.
Full ignore. There's a full ignore going on.
All right, let's take a little break, eh?
Yes. So listen, for the people watching right now, no difference. You're just gonna there will be a difference. So we're not transitioned to a new system yet, new format with the single link. We're talking about it. We're gonna see some changes.
Today is a single link.
Oh, but Jesus.
Oh my God.
I thought this was regular.
This is a mess.
This is a regular one.
Well, this one's behind the paywall.
Okay.
The whole thing.
I see. But I thought you said earlier we weren't gonna make any changes today.
This is
Right,
what
I
we've
don't
been
play-
doing for a month.
I don't play. Thank you for listening right now, or I just
You
play
can if
in
you
between
like.
music.
Going forward,
This is literally what we've been doing for a month.
going forward, the plan, we're still working out the plan, but it's essentially going to be public shows twice a month and then private shows twice a month. That's one every other.
Okay.
And there'll be like a break in the middle. Are you a patron of this show? You're not.
I'm about to be.
See, the elites don't think that
No,
they need the pay.
I literally, I'm just not like
You're not together with that
plugged
kind of
in, or what do you call it? You
Making
know, I'm not
music, he's
connect-
not glued to his computer.
I'm not.
You
I
have
had
an
to
HBO
even
Max
learn
account?
some computers.
Do you have an HBO Max account? Do you?
No.
You don't. Okay. Does your family have one?
I have a.
Disney?
Oh man, this is so boring. I'm about to be like, oh, I have HBO on Amazon Prime. This is so
Oh,
boring.
right. Like the bundle. Yeah. No, but we will take a little break here. Doug's going to play some of his eccentric, eclectic music. And we'll come back with a tune from Kurt Weill's. It's not one of mine. He's going to play a tune, a proper in-concert experience from Kurt Weill. And we'll be back with more show after this break. I guess we'll call it After Hours, but in the future it's going to be more of the show.
That's their concern, not mine, my friend. They're free to fantasize. Thank you for listening. I write just for you. But others hearing this may find things they would argue. I do not sing what I do. I only give them fact. If they believe quite otherwise, it still will have impact. For truth is truth, and if they then decide to live with lies, that's their concern, not mine, my friend. They're free to fantasize.